Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Mandy, and we're Memories Are Out There.
And in today's episode, we're talking our must-dos in Magic Kingdom. Alright, just want to throw this right off the bat. These are our must-dos. Not everything is on here. Your must-dos will probably be completely different. Just throwing that out there.
Especially depending on who you're traveling with.
Age. Yep, everything.
Yep.
The size of your party.
Yes.
Everything. So, let's start off with the shows. So we have 3 shows that we think are our must-dos.
Technically, there's only 4 in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
But we took the Cavalcade off because if you're gonna risk standing in line for a ride versus going and seeing the... I don't even know if it's 5 minutes long, the Cavalcade.
Yeah, it's very short.
You know, you're probably gonna pick the ride. But... on the other hand, if you have little ones who like certain characters, see the Cavalcade because there are certain characters there that you won't see. Marie, Miguel from Coco.
Stitch, Mary Poppins.
Well, you can see Stitch in
Okay.
Tomorrowland, but
No,
yes.
Yeah, during the parade, the regular parades. I don't know if Stitch is in that one.
No, I don't think so. So, the Cavalcade didn't make our cut. But, again, with you and your family...
I don't know. Now that we're talking about it, it's kind of making it into our top. Is Max in it from Goofy? There's a lot of characters in the Cavalcade.
I don't remember.
Woody and Jesse?
No, I think you're thinking of Hollywood.
No, I'm pretty sure they're in the Cavalcade.
I don't remember.
Man, boy, we started this one off wrong.
I just remember Marie and Miguel being in it.
All right, so first up is Mickey's Magical Friendship Faire.
Yes.
If this is your one time to go to Magic Kingdom, hang out in front of the castle at the beginning of every day and see the show.
And it doesn't have to just be the beginning of every day. They
Correct.
do it certain times throughout the day.
Yeah.
Again, all of these shows, you will find the times in the app for when they're going to happen.
Yeah.
The parade is only twice a day, fireworks, of course, only once, but the Cavalcade and the Friendship Fair, they happen several times a day.
Yeah, and you'll be walking around Magic Kingdom and you'll randomly hear
Yeah.
the fireworks go off and you're like, what is that? That's the ending of that showing.
Of the Friendship Fair.
And there's a lot of characters that come out on stage and dance. It's like a 20-minute thing, right?
It's a lot of fun.
And there's quite a few characters that come out.
They sing, they dance.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
If it's your one day to go there and you haven't seen it before, we would definitely recommend seeing it.
Take 20 minutes and see it.
Yeah. Now let's move on to the parade.
Yes.
The Festival of Fantasy Parade.
You have to watch one of them.
This one's twice a day, almost, unless it's weather related, because we've waited before and, weather canceled everything. It's long. It's legit. It's a legit parade.
Yeah.
Right?
It's awesome.
It's darn near all the main characters.
It's an awesome parade. The floats are awesome.
Big floats. Everybody. There's tons of people, tons of characters.
Yes.
We could probably talk about that parade all day.
I like the Peter Pan one.
Yeah.
Captain Hook swinging.
Yep.
Tinks on the back of it.
Yeah, even the swinging ones like Flynn Rider.
Flynn, yep.
Yeah, they're all awesome.
All the floats are awesome.
We would choose that parade over the, what's the other one? The little one?
Cavalcade.
The Cavalcade.
I would choose the parade over the Friendship Fair.
Yeah, for sure. The parade, it feels like it's worth it. Like you get a lot out of it. And you can see it from a ton of places.
Yes.
Like you can be in a lot of places in the park and still, when that time comes, you can run up and you can see it. You can sneak your way through the line to see it.
Yeah.
Some people line up early for the parades, though, man. They start laying that masking tape down probably an hour before the show, and then people start lining up on the curbs and everything 30 minutes before the parade.
Even earlier than that sometimes.
Yeah, but there's tons of places to see it. And Happily Ever After.
Of course. You have to see the fireworks show at least once.
If this is your one day and you've never seen a Disney fireworks show, it is a must-do.
Especially this one, because they put projections up on the castle.
Yeah. There's 4 massive projectors, 2 from each side, that they invested $1 gazillion into the showing. It turns the castle into a show. And it's kind of hard to explain. But it turns the castle into a show. You'll swear the castle is moving. The fireworks are timed, themed to the music. Like all the lights go down in Magic Kingdom. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Downside to it is you should get there an hour before to remotely have a good chance of getting a spot. You can totally show up 5 minutes before the fireworks and like squeeze your way through the crowd, but you are going to be packed
and standing on top of people. Now, if you don't care about the projections and watching that show, you can see the fireworks from behind the castle. They're right there. And you can sit back there. What's that? Friar's Nook?
Yeah.
There's some tables back there.
Yep.
You can sit there and watch them. Or, if you could care less about the fireworks, go ride rides, because that's the perfect time to ride some of these rides.
Yeah, there's a tons of options. We went to the Polynesian not too long ago to watch the fireworks, to not deal with the crowd. But just being there, they were playing the music at the Polynesian, and the fireworks were there, and it was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
There's tons of different ways to see that show. You don't see the castle with the projection. You can see the castle, but the timing is off. The fireworks kind of go off at a little bit different. Like, when you're in front of the castle at the prime viewing area, fireworks are going off exactly when they're supposed to go off.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. And it's 15 minutes, I think, is the running of the show. Tink comes out halfway through.
Is it halfway or the end?
It's towards the end. Yeah, it's towards the end. Crazy Tink leaps out of that 200-foot tall window, and she waves her pixie dust at everybody, and the crowd freaks out every time, and it's awesome.
It is awesome. You could still see her from the Polynesian.
Yeah, you could.
Which was so cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, crazy. Definitely a must-do. But like Manny said, if you've seen it 30 times, go ride rides.
Go ride rides. Peter Pan is normally at least 70 minutes.
Always.
Most of the time during the fireworks, you can get on in 20. Which is...
Yeah, you'll hear them. You'll hear the fireworks going off everywhere, especially in Peter Pan, because technically the fireworks are right above Peter Pan.
Yeah.
But the fireworks are awesome.
Ride Big Thunder during the fireworks. That's fun because you can see them while you're riding the roller coaster.
Yeah, so there's a couple areas that are neat. The Polynesian was cool way to see it. Big Thunder is a really cool way to see it. And Big Thunder is like 2.5 minutes long. So, like, you don't, like, miss your one chance, like, if you're on a People Mover. You can see them from a People Mover if you happen to be on that cart going around that one turn.
Yeah.
Big Thunder, you're going to see it for the entire 2 minutes. And Tomorrowland Speedway.
Oh, like, yeah.
Your entire 8-minute ride around that track, you could be watching fireworks, and it's a cool, different vantage point.
Yeah, because even if you're watching them, your car can't go anywhere.
Yeah, you can just let go of the steering wheel. And honestly, at that point, there's probably not that many people on the track. You could probably just pause and just sit there on the track for a couple minutes before people come up behind you.
Yeah, don't bank on the People Mover, because... No. There's a possibility that you're going to get stuck somewhere and then you miss the whole...
stuck in the tunnel of
the whole
Space
fireworks,
Mountain. So there's
I do that one.
Yeah, those are our must-dos for the shows. So let's move on.
Let's go to rides.
Let's do rides. We did a show. How many rides are there in Magic Kingdom? Like 30?
30. Well, we did attractions. So there's 34 attractions.
Okay. We're both diehard Disney Magic Kingdom fans, obviously. We could probably make an argument for every ride. These are just our must-dos if you're going there for the day. And again, there are must-do attractions. So if your favorite ride of your entire life is not on this list, it's okay. Make your own list.
There you go.
We're going to start with the Walt Disney World Railroad.
Yes.
It's iconic. It was down for years. It's finally back up. It is a cool way to spend 20 minutes just riding around on the train. You can get off at, 3 locations total.
I don't know if they're all open.
Oh, the one back by Splash Mountain, I thought was open.
I don't think it's open right now.
It might not be. The one in by Barnstormer.
Yes, that one's open.
And, of course, the one up front on Main Street, the entrance.
Yeah. You have to ride it. It's iconic. It's the railroad. Railroad.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know why I want to say railway.
Because Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway messed us up. this our first must-do attraction. 3/4 of you people might be like, really? Like that's, but if Disney means something to you, then the railroad will mean something to you.
I remember a long time ago when we rode it. This was back when the characters would just walk around the parks.
Yeah.
We went past one section and Woody and Jesse
Oh yeah.
were walking out, and it was just
awesome.
We could just yell at them and they were looking up at us waving.
Yeah.
That was back when somebody would say, "Andy's coming."
Yeah.
And the characters used to fall.
Yeah. Yeah, that was years ago.
Yeah. But it's fun. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You don't really...
It's an attraction. It's not really a ride. Like
Yeah.
we're not going to sit here and try to sell you on it. But
No.
if you're a fan of Disney and Walt,
It's a must-do for us.
yeah, for sure. Let's move on.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train.
Try to sit in the back.
It is not a thrilling roller coaster. Well, I take that
I'll tell
back.
you what, you're sitting in the back, it's a thrilling
It'll
roller
whip you around
coaster.
in the back for sure, and it's still smooth. It's not like rickety slinging you around in the back. It's still very smooth.
It's fun. I
It
have
is
fun
fun.
on it.
And I take back the thrilling. Some people might find it very thrilling.
I do if I sit in the back.
Always a 70-minute wait, no matter what time of day.
Yeah.
If this is your one time to Magic Kingdom, this is probably where you're going to rope drop.
Totally.
I can't think of another attraction in Magic Kingdom where the general public is all going to go to that same ride.
Or
People are going to split, but the general 60% of everybody rope dropping probably going there.
or you're going there during the fireworks,
Or you're going during the fireworks. Yeah,
which you're still going to wait, but it won't be 70 minutes.
right. It's cool. The queue is awesome. It's definitely like mine themed from Snow White and the Dwarves. The carts rock back and forth. It's still extremely smooth, even though it thing runs 7 days a week, 13 hours a day, for years now. Because it's not new.
It's fun. I like it.
Yeah, it's a must do. We ride it almost every time. I know that's kind of a theme now that I've been saying on the podcast is we ride it almost every time.
Almost every time we go.
But there's certain rides and things we do almost every time we go.
Yeah.
And the mine train's usually one of them.
Yep. Next up.
Can't think of anything else I can say about the mine train.
Yeah. It's good. Ride it.
It's fun.
Next up. I'm going Philhar Magic.
Really?
Totally a must do. You have to see Philhar Magic.
It now, the original version, it was cool 10 years ago. But the new version is really awesome. We do it almost every time we go.
And
It's always a walk-on.
it's a good way to get inside.
Dude,
Have some air conditioning.
it's a 15-minute-ish show, and you are sitting inside in air conditioning. It is much needed for these next few months
and
down
while
here.
you're waiting, you're sitting in air, or standing in air conditioning. So
Oh, yeah, the entire queue is indoors.
yeah.
It's awesome. The way that the screen gets bigger and wider, like it's almost like 180-degree screen, and most of it is 3D. It is awesome. All the new shows that they put in, the new scenes that they put in, definitely worth it.
Yeah. I would say that's a must do.
It's a must do if you can walk on. If it was an hour-long wait,
Oh,
I don't know
yeah.
if I'd call it a must do. It's not thrilling or anything like that, but the crowds who don't, you can tell when you're in there with crowds who've never seen before because they all do ah. But it's always a walk on, so yeah, why not do it? Kids will love it too because of all the scenes are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Lion King scene is awesome.
It's fun.
All right, what's next on your must do list?
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan's Flight. This one is like a some people ride it and they're like, that is why I waited 70 minutes, and it's always 70 minutes, and it's 40 years old. There's something to that ride. There's something magical about that ride.
I agree.
There's nothing special about it, right? Like, there's no crazy animatronics. There's nothing 3D. It's not new. There's something... Jeez, I can't talk today. There's something to that ride that when you get off of it, you're like, man, that's cool. It's not a thrill ride at all. You
No.
are up in the air. So if you are remotely afraid of heights, if you can look out and look down, which you can tell at times you're 15, 20 feet in the air. But it is very dark the entire time.
I will say, the very first time I rode it, I was shocked because I didn't know that was going to happen. And I was scared a little bit because I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah.
But I get on it, and I'm constantly looking down, and...
Man, when you're looking over London, it's so cool.
Yeah, and then you can see their shadows on the moon.
Yeah.
Like...
There's something to it. And
yeah.
Peter Pan's one of the original classic Walt Disney cartoons. I don't see that ride going anywhere anytime soon. And it'll be 70 minutes for a long time. Peter Pan's back now. He hangs out on the back side of the queue.
Oh, yeah,
kind of if you're
Peter's
near
back.
The Tangled bathrooms.
But on his side, yeah.
But on his side. Hey, and he's hidden.
Uh-huh.
Like, you could do the entire line and queue for that ride It's a Small World, and not go towards Haunted Mansion, you'll never see him.
Nope.
He's kind of tucked in a little cubby back there.
Yes, and the queue for Peter Pan, it's neat.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is cool.
It's really neat. There's a section where their beds are out and Tink flies around.
Oh, that is a cool part. You can interact in the queue.
And the butterflies.
Yeah, you can
They'll
interact.
come and land on your hand if you put your hand up.
I think-
shadow. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's a shadow.
I think it's a must-do for probably our age groups and older for sure.
Well, kids too.
And kids.
Yeah.
But I could
Oh, you
totally
mean like
see like a
teenagers?
teenager to early 20s going, there's no thrill to it. And there's not a thrill to it. But, man,
No.
there's something to that ride. You're not coming to Walt Disney World for a thrill ride. You're coming
No.
for like an experience and to like reminisce about your childhood and all the cartoons that you loved.
Right. And to be happy.
Yeah. We love Peter Pan.
Yes.
We don't ride it every time just because the line is always so long.
It is.
But
It's
you can sneak
always
on
long.
during fireworks.
Yep.
You're going to hear them, but you can sneak on during fireworks.
The first time we did it during fireworks and I heard the fireworks, I was like, what is that?
Because it's booming
Yeah.
loud. Like,
yeah. And you
really
were like,
loud.
the fireworks. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
duh. I thought something was breaking. I was like, what is
Yeah,
that?
it's loud. It's loud. And from time to time, it will break down on you. And like when you
Oh my
come to a
gosh.
halting stop because you're flying, and man, you shake for just a second after that thing stops because it stops abruptly.
I don't know if it's that it's breaking down.
No,
as
it's
opposed to letting people on and off.
It's waiting for somebody to get on the ride, right?
Maddie and I, one of the last times we rode it, it happened 2 times in a row, and we were like, "Ugh!" And then when it took off, we went flying backwards and busted our heads on the back seat. I was like, dang! And then it happened again, and we didn't learn our lesson. We hit our heads again. It was funny. 2 times in a row we got stopped. That's never happened.
And one other thing is when the ships are moving very slow as you get on, like a lot of Disney rides are, and the bar comes down over across everybody that's in the ship, and there's somebody always there doing like a magic thing with their
It's pixie
hands.
dust.
Yeah, they're putting pixie dust
Pixie dust on the bar, and then the bar lowers.
right
down.
as they they almost tap the bar, and it like makes it come down. It's pretty neat. It's just another added little thing.
Yeah.
What's next? What's your next must-do ride?
Now listen, these aren't in order.
No, not at all.
You have to do this one first. No. I'm just saying.
Probably should have said that first. This is a no order.
No order.
It's in whatever order Mandy types it up in. What do you want to say? I had a little input on this list, but Mandy did type it up. But that's okay, because I can make an argument for almost 30 rides. And I
Yeah.
could say, okay, yeah, I can see that. What is it?
I'm going to say Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. Not a must-do for you.
It's not a must-do for me, but I think it's a must-do for other people.
If this is your one time to Magic Kingdom, it is the most iconic roller coaster on property, probably. Yes, I'm going to say that.
You think more than Big Thunder?
Yeah.
That's
most
just
iconic.
because I like Big Thunder more
No,
than I'm like,
we
what are you
love
talking
Big
about?
Thunder. I would venture to say it might be one of our favorite coasters on probably our second favorite on property.
What, Big Thunder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Space Mountain is more iconic. If you've never been to Disney World, Magic Kingdom, and you're going to ride a roller coaster, I would ride Space Mountain for sure.
It's definitely a must-do. Again, not on my list, but...
Yeah, we talked about it on another podcast. I mean, you're doing a whopping 23, 24, 25 miles per hour, but it feels like you're doing 90
It does.
in a 1975 car. And that's what it feels like.
I would feel better in a car.
Yeah, for sure. Again, there's so many things. The building is iconic, right? The queue is old as dirt, but it's so neat still walking through. The carts are old. The track feels like it's so spread apart and worn out and loved that your cart's going to fall through the middle of them. You can't see anything. You can only see the bars, which feel like they're inches from your head, fly by you at 20 miles per hour. You never see people, well, you don't really see anything, but nobody ever puts their hands up on Space Mountain.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that there's, what's only ever been the three of us? Why do I feel like somebody had their hands up in front of me?
I don't know.
It was probably Maddie.
It may have been Maddie. Everything about it is iconic. It's definitely a must-do. But it's not for, like, the weak-hearted. And if you're afraid of, like, sudden drops and things like that, that's all it is.
But because you can't see anything.
You can't see when it's coming, and that's the thrill of it. It's not an actual scary roller coaster. It's the fact that you can't see, and when you all of a sudden drop, even if it's like 3 feet, because you're pinned down into the seat, so when the cart drops, you're going with it. Like, you fall down the hill faster than you would fall in gravity. So it's just... It is iconic. Every time we're done and we're coming back to, like, the release where they let you off, like, I have a headache. My heart's pounding. I laugh the entire time, and usually everybody on the cart laughs and screams. For sure, it is a must-do. It's not for older people. Just throw that out there. As we get older, it hurts more and more to ride it.
It does. Especially my head.
It is not smooth. Those tracks are well worn and loved.
Yeah.
The queue is beautiful, though. The building's awesome. That's when you're coming around on the monorail. You almost see it first. Castle's taller, but the building of Spaceship Earth is...
No.
Jesus. God, if you follow our podcast, I cannot say the 3 space rides correctly to save my life.
Ever. Man, he's getting old.
What is it?
I'm blaming it on you
Mission
being old.
Space?
No.
What is it?
Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. The building is big. Mm-hmm. There's 2 tracks. There's 2 roller coasters on it, so it needs to be big size. Add in the queue, which is long. And at times, this ride still gets up to 70, 80 minutes. During the day, it for sure does.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe even higher.
Yeah, Maddie just started riding it 2 months ago, and she absolutely loves it. It skyrocketed to one of her favorite rides.
So I sit out now.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm like, I'm good. I'll just sit here and watch Stitch walk around.
Right? All right, Amanda. What's your next one?
Haunted Mansion.
Haunted Mansion.
It's one of my favorite rides on property.
All of ours. All 3 of ours. I don't know what I can say that we haven't said already in previous podcasts, but absolutely every scene, the queue, the stretching room, the paintings, the wallpaper, the graveyards, gravestones, every section of that ride, like, we love it. We're getting pretty darn close to being able to narrate the ride ourselves. Go ahead.
I love Haunted Mansion.
Talk about it.
It's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. I love it. I want to ride it every time we're there. But the weight starts getting up there now, man. Shoo.
Yeah.
And it's hot, and almost the entire queue is outside.
Most of it's covered, but it's outside.
Yeah.
In good old Florida, I mean, since it's covered, it does help tremendously. But man, it's muggy out right now. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I could pick a favorite scene in the ride, You would probably always lean towards the graveyard scene because it's the longest scene and there's so much going on. They tell the story, and right at the end of the story, right, that's your crescendo. That like that's your big epic finale, and that's how it does. You come down into the graveyard backwards. He's told a story, and then the graveyard scene is your big finale.
I like the dining room.
The dining room is awesome.
Where they're dancing. I'm constantly trying to find a hidden Mickey.
At times, the plates on the table are hidden Mickeys, but it's not recently.
Always looking around.
Yeah.
Trying to find a hidden Mickey the entire time we're scrolling through that little section.
Yeah. And your eyes tend to go towards where the table and the ones that are dancing really fast in a circle on the floor. But if you look around, they're everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I like the two guys from the pictures at the top on the left.
Yeah.
They have a gunfight.
Really? I don't know if I've ever noticed that.
Yep. They turn around and shoot each other.
Huh.
And then they disappear to their pictures, and then they happen again.
The ball, the words escaping my mind right now. The floating head.
What's her name?
Jeez.
Late. Anyway, I can't remember her name.
Jeez. That room's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, because...
The attic scene's awesome.
If you don't pay attention, there's instruments all around that room. Just look around. I mean, you have to look everywhere in that ride. I feel like there's something in every corner of that ride.
Has a certain smell to it. The store outside is our favorite store on property, probably. Memento Mori. If we were going in order, that would probably be number 1 for your must-dos. It's not a thrill. It's not a thrill ride at all. It moves along at like 3 miles per hour. But
I'd say 1 or 2, yep.
But it's just fast enough to where like you can still miss things. Mm-hmm. The staircase scene room where all the staircases are up on the ceiling. Mm-hmm. That's where he's telling you about the 999.
There's still room for one more.
Which I'm pretty sure that the voiceover was filmed in the 50s, but I mean,
I hope they never change it.
Never you change that out
because he's so awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, what is next? Give me another ride.
Pirates.
Pirates 100% is a must-do. It's not a thrill ride, although there is a thrill section in it. There is a drop in the complete darkness.
Yes.
Which still freaks Manny out to this day, even though she rides Space Mountain and all the rides and roller coasters and Hagrid's and Guardians. The drop in Pirates scares her more than anything.
I don't understand it. Part of me thinks she does it just because we want to ride it so bad.
For sure. I beg to ride Pirates every time we go there, and she's like, finds a way to get out of it every time.
She does.
The store that you come out in is cool.
Smells just like Pirates.
The smell of Pirates is definitely unique. Everything
They've
about it.
got the little Johnny Depps everywhere, so you can try and find him in all the different rooms.
I've never Googled how many animatronics are in Pirates, but it's a lot.
Yes.
The queue, classic Disney, like the queue is almost as cool as the ride. You're walking through like the cells and everything.
Yep. Barrels of gunpowder.
Yeah, it's a classic ride.
Yep.
You're indoors for the entire queue and the ride, which is awesome.
Well, you can get stuck outside, but it's under that huge, what is that, concrete? So that helps a little bit because the sun's not getting you, and, it's always cooler
It is cool.
Concrete area.
It is cooler in there. Sometimes you can catch Captain Jack Sparrow outside as well, taking pictures and walking around. Yep. He has a little stage across the aisleway, but he walks around. Like we've seen him back when we've walked out of the bathrooms back there on the back side.
Yeah. You can check your app for times for that too.
Yeah. I could probably talk about Pirates. Every scene on Pirates is awesome. The big boat scene where the cannonballs are hitting the water. It's everything. The lady chasing the guy around with the broom. The drunk guy with the pigs.
Yeah, I like that part.
Everything.
The jail cell with the dog.
Oh, yeah, with the keys. Captain Jack at the end in his room of gold. I love it. Love Pirates. Absolutely love it. Give me another one. You got another one?
Big Thunder.
Big Thunder. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Best okay, I can't say best ride on property. It's my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, it's up there with Haunted Mansion for favorite ride. Completely different. Obviously, it's a 2.5-minute roller coaster. It's older, but it's not as old as Space Mountain. But it doesn't feel old.
It's not as sketchy as Space Mountain because you can see where you're going. You do get slung around.
You do.
Maddie rode by herself a couple weeks ago, and she was like, I was a little scared because she was moving around so much. She didn't like it. But
she was screaming and laughing, so she was okay.
It's fun.
It's a lot of fun.
It's loud, but it's fun.
Most of the queue, all the queue is outside. The entire ride is outside, but most of the queue, most of it is covered. There's just a section where you're walking up, where there's at least one hidden Mickey on the rocks, with the sparkles, whatever that is. So
you can see that in the Lightning Lane. I don't know. You can't see that from.
You can't see it from the other side. You might be able to. It's just a rope dividing you.
I guess if there's not a lot of people there.
My only complaint is the very first scene when you're in the cave going up the first hill. It's
so loud.
It's deafening loud. It's supposed to sound like bats in a cave, and your train is going up the track. It's so loud.
Maddie's like this the whole time.
Yeah, she covers her ears the entire time.
It's really loud. And then there's another section where you kind of go through a enclosed area, and it's really loud too. But
like really loud.
Yeah. And it might just be that we're getting older and can't handle it. But you would think we wouldn't be able to hear since we're getting older.
We don't stand at the front of the stage anymore. We sit back in the chairs.
It's loud. But again, it's my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom. Haunted Mansion's my second. Big Thunder beats it out. I
love it.
It's definitely a must-do.
The guys are on the right-hand side, so you can go over and get your picture. They usually have somebody over taking your, like, doing the memory maker photo pass thingies. You can watch the fireworks at nighttime on it. It's a great ride.
And it's long. You don't stand in that line for nothing.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a 2.5-minute roll. There's 3 hills that it pulls you up, so
it's awesome.
It is cool.
Instead of getting on a roller coaster and it's like, oh dang, it's over already.
Yeah, and now that they took Splash Mountain away over there, it's kind of the only thing over there.
I feel like the line doesn't get that bad anymore.
No, like top 40 minutes. And you can cruise, like, 40 minutes, not a terrible line to stand in.
I don't feel like it gets that bad anymore. No. But I love it.
You have another one?
I have a couple.
Okay.
Jungle Cruise.
Absolutely love the Jungle Cruise.
Totally a must-do. It's fun.
It's a fun, classic ride. It's not a thrill ride. Again, most rides aren't thrill rides at Disney.
Teenagers... Even Maddie's age, maybe a little bit younger, they're not going to get it. The teenagers will get it, but they're not going to get the jokes. But
you have to pay, like, the second you start walking onto the boat, jokes are starting. And they're my favorite kind of jokes. They're sarcasm. They're, like, backhanded, sleight of hand. Like, you have to be paying attention to get the joke.
They're dad jokes.
Oh, totally, 100%. Oh, every one of them is a dad joke, for sure.
You'll laugh the entire time you're on it.
Yep.
As long as you're listening.
Yep.
Maddie gets bored on it because she doesn't understand the jokes.
Yeah.
And or she's not listening to them.
True.
And it's fake animals, but as an adult, it's fun.
Yeah, and by them being fake animals, they're legit. Like, they're not even trying to make them look real. But that's part of it. The ride is about the story that he's telling, or she's telling, as you're riding around.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It is.
And a good movie got made out of it.
Oh, yeah, the movie was great.
Yeah. And in the movie, he tells the dad jokes.
He does.
Yeah.
He does the jokes. It's funny.
Well, do you have another one?
So, I have 2 more.
Oh, boy.
They're nothing spectacular.
Oh, you're not selling it good.
I know. That's why I saved them for the end.
Okay.
But I feel like you have to do it. At least once.
Well, that's the title of this podcast. Must-dos.
If you have never done it, you have to do it.
All right.
They aren't...
Now I feel like you're pressuring me to ride it.
Well, you don't like one of them, so... It's a Small World.
I'll go. It is a must-do if you're one time to Magic Kingdom.
If you've never done it.
Usually not a bad line, 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes it gets up there, but rarely ever anymore.
The amount of work that went into that ride, I respect the heck out of. And everything about it. I know the history behind it and how classic it is. Love all that. And I love all the animatronics. It just kills my knees bad. Like the boat, when you're sitting down in the boat, the leg room between you and the seat in front of you, it is small. And I'm not tall.
It does.
But
It
just
bends your
kills
legs
my knees.
backwards, so it just puts a lot of pressure on your knees. But again, it's an awesome ride to do if you've never done it.
It's a lot to take in.
Yes.
Right? There's so many of those dolls. It's a lot to take in.
Before Maddie was riding all the roller coasters, we used to ride it every time we went.
We
would
sure did.
go early so that David wouldn't have to ride it if we went early. But now that she's riding roller coasters, she's bored with it. She could care less about it.
Yeah, and it has a distinct smell as well.
It does.
I can tell you the smell. I don't know what it is, but as soon as you get down the boat, you're like, oh, there's this a Small World smell.
I love the clock in the front.
Yeah.
I love when it opens up. It's pretty.
Yeah.
So I think it's a must-do if you've never
Fair
done
enough. I mean, probably most families who come down here ride that ride for the first time. Like, it's probably a must-do.
Yeah.
It'll probably always be here. It'll be one of the few rides that probably never go away.
Yep.
All right.
Last one.
You got another one? Drum roll.
Again, nothing spectacular. The People Mover.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where you were going. This is at least a must-do for us. It is an old, classic ride. Go ahead.
You get to see a lot of stuff.
Yeah. It's a couple minutes long. I can't remember how long of a ride it is.
I tell you, some of those corners can be like a thrill ride.
It would be more of a thrill ride than like It's a Small World and Peter Pan, for sure. Everything about it. We love it. We ride it constantly. It's never a wait. It's usually a 15 minutes or less, and it goes quick. It's constant. It's go ahead.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, and you get to it takes you through Space Mountain.
Yep.
Sometimes you might get lucky and Space Mountain's broken down and the lights are on and you can see it. I don't know if I'd call that lucky because when I saw it with the lights on, it made me even more scared. So
Of Space Mountain.
Yeah, Space Mountain.
Yeah.
It
go
takes
through it
you
twice.
through Buzz, and you get to see some things that you only get to see on the People Mover.
Yeah.
And it takes you all over the place. It's really cool.
It's a cool ride.
And back before Tron started, you got to see all of it getting worked on.
Oh, yeah.
And
That was for the last like 5 years. People would only ride People Mover just so they can get pictures and update videos of the Tron progress. And now that Tron's open, we would probably still pick the People Mover over Tron.
we got to give it another chance.
We do.
So that's it for my must-do rides.
Okay.
Do you have any you think I missed?
Nah, I'm good. I didn't know where you were going to go with the last one, but that's a good list for me. If we went to Magic Kingdom for one day and we got to ride all of those rides, that is a darn good day for me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That would be amazing.
All right, we're going to move on to snacks.
Moving on to snacks. We're like almost going 40 minutes now. Awesome.
So we
don't
have a lot of food that we like in Magic Kingdom.
We are food people. Obviously, we're food people. We love food. We love good food and good snacks and good drinks. We just have a love-hate relationship with Disney property in general with food. I don't like...
It's so funny. We keep wanting to try all these restaurants, and then we try them, and it was so much money, and it's like, oh, that was terrible.
Like, if we were to go to a really fancy steakhouse and spend $150 to $200 for a dinner, and it didn't blow us away, like, how you would freak out at that steakhouse.
Yeah.
You go to a sit-down character dining dinner, breakfast, lunch with a family of 3 and up, you're $200 or darn near.
Close to it.
Character dining, yeah. After tax and tip. And even the restaurant we went to in Mexico, St. Angel's, right? St. Angel's, the one inside.
Mm-hmm.
You're $40 a plate. add in drinks, and just by getting soda and stuff, you're
we didn't get alcoholic drinks.
Throw in an appetizer at $15 to $20. Like, you easily push $200. And it's like, So
we have a hard time with Disney restaurants. So
we love like the ambiance and like the idea and everything about them. It's just, I swear we have the worst luck with food.
Yeah, we did Be Our Guest.
We've done Be Our Guest a few times.
Yes. The last two times?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Not good.
And it was so expensive.
Legit, the only cool thing that we loved about it was when the Beast came out, and the atmosphere is
Madison's
awesome.
chicken tenders were great, but...
my steak was terrible.
My steak was terrible,
we paid
too.
$50-some each for.
So we don't go to the restaurants very often.
No, Mama Melrose. The last time we went to a
terrible.
sit-down.
Who messes up pasta? Like, it was terrible.
Neither one of us could, like, it was the worst pasta I've ever had.
I have a friend who just went to Tony's and got food poisoning. Like, okay, so.
Anyway.
Off of the rant.
Yeah.
We don't have good luck with restaurants. So, we're not going to recommend must-dos for restaurants.
Not a one.
But we will recommend snacks.
Cinderella's Royal Table.
Oh my God, the last time we did it, I think the food might have been okay, but we were very upset with the princesses.
Dude, I paid $60 for an Eggs Benedict. That was like...
Oh, see, I don't remember.
Two eggs.
I would just
remember... And a little bit of stuff.
How bad the princesses were then. That was back in 2017, though.
Yeah, and that was the last time we went there. Okay, we're not ranting anymore. This is a positive, uplifting, happy Disney stuff.
So, on to snacks.
We do have snacks that we do
First one is yours, so you go.
What is it?
What'd you just have? And you said, I'm getting it every time I go.
Oh, the chicken and the spicy chicken waffle?
Sweet and spicy chicken and waffle from Sleepy Hollow.
Dude, I love spice. It's got a kick, but it immediately goes away. Like, I think you could eat it. But there's syrup on it, and there's coleslaw, like a special house-made coleslaw on it. The waffle's made right there. It is freaking awesome. I'm telling you, for like, I don't remember what it is, $12 to $15, somewhere in that price range.
Is it that
I want to
high?
say it's like $12.49, but you also get their house-made kettle chips, which are awesome. Look, I'm more excited about this than anything else. That, I'm telling you, if you even remotely like a little bit of spice, just go to Sleepy Hollow. Is that? Yeah. Dude, I would get that every time we go. I had it years ago and I loved it, and just for whatever reason, we just don't walk that aisleway right there. Because it's like the Ye Old Christmas Shop, the President Show, and the Parasol Cart. Parasol Cart.
Am I saying it right?
Yeah, it's P-A-R. Yeah. There's you're good.
Look, you've got me all messed up now.
We just don't walk that way. We end up coming around to it from Big Thunder or around from the Rapunzel area.
Yep.
We just don't ever walk that way, so we don't ever go to that Sleepy Hollow. Their entire menu looks awesome.
Yep. Next one is from Sleepy Hollow.
And you can mobile order, or you can just walk in a line like I did.
Don't do both.
I mobile ordered and stood in the regular line. Don't do that. Mobile order is off to the side, just so you know, dads who've never mobile ordered there before.
The next up is the fresh fruit waffle sandwich from the Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, yeah.
It's the waffle with Nutella and then the fruit on it.
Dude.
It's so good. Sleepy Hollow is good.
Their waffles are, dude.
Yes.
It's so good.
Next up is also delicious.
What is it?
The fried pot stickers.
From
Sunshine Tree Terrace.
Dude,
they are amazing.
They're super tiny, but
Next time we won't share it.
No, we won't. Joey doesn't like to share food, or David doesn't like to share food. They're delicious.
They are delicious.
Like the soy sauce, whatever they give you with it. It's not just straight soy sauce. It's a little bit of something else.
Whatever that mixture is, but
man,
it's good.
Most people stand in line there to get the Dole Whip or one of the desserts. Stand there and get yourself some...
Well, still get your Dole Whip with it because, honestly...
Well, we didn't get Dole Whips last
great
time.
to
We
eat
got
together.
other things.
Well, no, they were still Dole Whips. It was just I got the
Different
strawberry
flavors.
one,
I did
and
an
you
orange
did
or
orange
something,
cream.
right? So it was delicious.
Yeah, the
So
strawberry
good.
tasted like a strawberry Starburst.
Oh, and the orange is like orange sherbet.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I take that back. You can get those.
So get the Dole Whip while you're there too, because that's on the list next.
But dude, those pot stickers are delicious. They're better than the darn spring rolls that everybody freaks out about at the spring roll cart.
Everybody loves those spring rolls. We don't really like them, but they might be your must-do snack.
Totally
But
get
they're
them.
not on our
They're
list.
like $10 for 2 of them, but every time we get them, they feel like they've been sitting for hours and hours and hours in that cart.
They're just not good.
They're not.
The pot stickers are a lot better.
Dude,
Try
go
them.
walk right around the corner.
Try them. They're so good.
I love them, and they're like I don't know if they were $10. I don't remember.
I can't remember.
You can go to Magic Kingdom and not get like a sit down restaurant, and there's
Dude,
still plenty of places
Totally
to grab.
just try these snacky things.
Like that Sunshine Tree Terrace. And now at times there will be a line.
Oh, yeah. And
But-
I don't think you can mobile order there.
I think you can.
Can you?
I'm almost
I
positive
hope
that
so,
last
because
window's
that's
a
what I
mobile
want to
order.
do next time.
But at maximum, 15 people in a line. So, like, you can walk up, spend $20, get yourself some pot stickers and some desserts. You'll love it.
Mm-hmm.
Later in the day, go to Sleepy Hollow and grab you 2 or 3 things, and you've spent $60 on food for your family versus $60 per person
Yeah.
at a sit-down restaurant.
And the snacks are going to taste
And
better.
you can still see characters and everything walking around.
Yes.
Like, yeah, we totally can tell you some places to grab snacks. And it's better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Next up is the caramel apple. This is going to sound crazy, but I have never had a caramel apple in my life until just a couple months ago. And it has become one of my favorite things to get at Magic Kingdom. I don't eat it there because I like to bring it home and cut it.
It's big.
That's big.
Like, they're not tiny apples. They're big apples.
And I don't like to, like, gnaw into it. I
Yeah.
want to cut it up into slices.
Yeah.
But, oh my gosh, it's become one of my favorite things to get. I love them. So it made the list.
And it's available at multiple locations.
I think just the confectionery. Oh, and the one back in the...
Yeah, Big Top Souvenir.
Big Top Souvenir, yeah. Next up is the Rice Krispie head, Mickey head. Rice Krispie treat Mickey head.
Same thing.
Same thing.
I mean, we've probably bought, I couldn't tell you how many, 500.
You got to try
Of 'em.
one.
They're good, man.
We-
And there's different levels because the ones that are covered in a whole bunch of things, we don't generally like as much as the one that just barely has chocolate on it.
It just has chocolate and mini M&Ms.
Yeah.
And that one is better. Now they have a 50th one right now. It's got, or 100th maybe. It's got purple and silver and white M&Ms on it.
Yeah.
That one's way too sweet.
Yeah.
It's way too sweet. They also have a Mickey head marshmallow one. That's good too. It didn't make my list, but it's good.
You have
Of
anything
course,
else?
The Mickey head pretzel and cheese, of course.
I could rant on for 30 minutes about the pretzel and the fake cheese.
And Madison. They both love it. Want it every time we go.
I swear it's like McDonald's. There's nothing special to it, but there's something in it that is addicting. Like, that cheese is not good for you, and that pretzel is not good for you. Most of this food's not good for you. Dude, that pretzel combination and that cheese, there's something to it. I don't care if that cheese is hot or if it's room temperature cold. Me and Maddie would devour that thing every time, and it's so not good.
Last one for snacks is popcorn.
Yeah.
Listen, there is something about Disney popcorn.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yep.
The smell, the taste. I don't really like popcorn.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, I can sit there and eat that popcorn.
They put something in a popcorn.
It's magic.
They pump the yeah, it's magic, all right. They pump the smell of popcorn out as well.
All right, that's it for my snacks. Okay, so characters. There are a lot of characters in Magic Kingdom.
Everywhere.
I do not have any of them as a must-do because you have to stand in line for all of them. And they all have huge lines. Now, if you've got a little girl who loves princesses, you have to go to the princess one because you're going to get 4 princesses. Actually, you'll get 2 on each side, so
Yeah.
you're going to have to stand in line twice. But
The fairy tale hall thing. It's back behind the castle.
Mickey's up front in his special outfit. What is it? Is it his tux?
You can catch a couple of them back by Big Top Souvenir as well.
Yes, Minnie. They're all the circus ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you have to stand in line for them, and it's always at least 30 or more minutes. So, to me, they're not a must-do.
They're a must-do if you've been there and this is your first time and you have to get selfies or something with a character.
Or you got a little princess who's all dressed up and she wants to see the princesses, or... You know, if your little ones are wanting to do it, then yes, it's going to be a must-do, and you have to stand in line. But for this one, I didn't rank any of them. I will say, I've started seeing pictures of characters. I haven't seen any myself yet, but of characters just walking around the entrance when you first come in, before you hit Main Street. Characters walking around right there. You might be able to catch some characters there to get pictures with. I'm not sure what they're doing because I haven't seen them yet.
Okay.
But that's it. That's my list.
Is that it?
Can you think of anything I missed?
I mean, again, we could sit here and make this a 10-hour podcast talking about all the things that are must-dos in Magic Kingdom.
And it would turn into everything.
It would. It would. Yeah.
I like just go and sit and look down Main Street.
I mean... If you've been there as many times as us, that's just as much fun as doing other things. People watching on Main Street. You see a lot of people on Main Street.
I like just looking down
the
Main Street
ambiance,
at
the atmosphere,
castle.
the music, the smells.
Just makes me happy.
Yeah. Yep.
Makes me happy.
Okay, well that's it for our must-dos in Magic Kingdom. If you like us and want to follow us, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook... Well, it's crazy thunder outside. We got to wrap this up. YouTube. If you would like to help support the channel, it's thundering like crazy. We got to get off here. Patreon and PayPal.